Joining us here on The Factor Uncensored, we begin with breaking news and a Factor exclusive. The Houston Rodeo is announcing here on The Factor, they're tightening up a dress code that aims at addressing what you all have been talking about. Clothes worn by some that pushes the envelope of decency off the damn desk. The new dress code policy reads, clothing that is not appropriate for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo grounds includes, but is not limited to, clothing with objectionable material, including obscene language or graphics, excessively torn cloth, visible undergarments, and or clothing which by nature exposes excessive portions of the skin that may be viewed as inappropriate for a family environment. Wearing clothing, visible tattoos, or any other attire bearing the name, insignia, colors, or indicia of affiliation to a criminal street gang is prohibited on the rodeo showgrounds.
Have y'all been seeing those outfits from the Houston Rodeo? I'm not about to show them to y'all. If y'all want to go in your free time and look them up, that's fine. I'm not about to put any of that on my platform, but it's given, wow. That's all I have to say. And it's to the point that the Houston Rodeo had to change their dress code because people were coming there showing everything but their cross necklaces. Okay? And you know what I think this is? I think this all trickles down to the fact that Black culture has idolized Beyonce so much that witch, okay? She does witchcraft. Okay, she does. Anyone that says that they use the Bible as a you-know-what for that time of the month, you are talking about witchcraft. You're talking about high-level witchcraft. You go talk to some people that do witchcraft, they will tell you that those are the types of disgusting demonic rituals that you have to do if you're in the occult. Okay, that's a different video for a different time. But what we're seeing is literally how much that lady has influenced Black culture, because those are the types of outfits that came and that were birthed out of this whole Western thing that Beyonce tried to do. And all these people started trying to dress Western and all that. And that's fine. Dress how you want to dress, like as far as fashion goes. If you want to dress Western or boho or whatever, that's your choice. But why at a family event do you have all your stuff hanging out and think it's okay and don't think anyone's gonna say anything about it? And if they do, now all of a sudden they're racist, they're discriminating and all this. I've got so much ghetto fatigue, it's not even funny. Like, it is ridiculous the way that y'all show up to events and dress with children there. A family-friendly event, that's what you have on.
Okay, so apparently the Houston Rodeo, which, I wouldn't be caught dead at nothing like that. They had to enforce a dress code. Now, there was a lot of other things that I seen that happen in the Houston Rodeo. There was a lot of fisticuffs out there. They was fighting out there, men, women. They was half naked. And, Black women have just done a number to their image. You want to call it a Black community a gynocracy. You want to call it a matriarchy. So if you don't know what a gynocracy is, basically it's a community that the men built, but the women took over and run. Most people call it a matriarchy because, the communities that most Black men built, they were destroyed. So that's just the lamest terms, right? I can get deeper, but hit the link in the description. Hit the link, join the Patreon, just update it. So, let's carry on with this. So I'm not surprised, man. That's why I don't go to nightclubs. I don't really go out. I don't want to be somewhere where there's young people at. You know what I'm saying? But they go to this Houston Rodeo. They dress in half naked. There's a man apocalypse where men not coming outside. So at the rodeo, spring break, is gonna be men there. Never really knew Houston was a spring break destination, but it is a hub. It's a destination hub. For a turn-up city now. It's a lot of undeveloped land there. It's turned out to be a foodie city, a turn-up party city. The weather, people like hot weather. But personally, y'all being half naked, not just Black women, but women being half naked, and you see why, other societies throughout the world don't give women liberation. Don't think just because the Black women or women in America got this liberation, they can do it. That if other women had this liberation, they wouldn't do it. They would. Women want to be able to do what women want to do, even if it's at their detriment, even if it's sexualizing themselves. and they turn the blind eye and say they don't sexualize themselves, or I should be able to dress the way that I dress and guys not look at me a certain way. Okay, walk into a lion's den with a bunch of fucking hungry, it ain't gotta be hungry lions, and tell them, well, you know, I should be able to walk through your den without you eat me. No, this shit is primal. This shit is nature. When a man see a beautiful woman that he likes, that he's attracted to, there is arousal. Now, at some point when you're a young man, arousal turns into, you have to turn it into discipline. You have to understand every fat ass, every big butt in the smile, every big breast or every little, you know, caramel, what do you say, butter pecan or butter pecan? What did Jason Weirdlock say? That buttercream skin, it ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the way they acting, the way they dressing, the way they got their cheeks out, they had to put a dress code. They had to put a dress code out there. The way they was acting, they was fighting, they was talking. You know, at some point, when are women gonna hold each other accountable? When are they gonna, you know, cover up? When they gonna start carrying themselves like women? You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why you can't keep a man, or no man lay it and stay, or they don't want to claim you or put you on a pedestal as a girlfriend. Is because it's how you are. You think, okay, I'm getting attention. This girl, I'm not getting no attention. I'm covering up. This girl getting all the attention. It ain't the attention that you want. Because now with this shit on video, it's going to be there forever. Remember all them politicians and all them city councilmen and all them businesswomen in Atlanta didn't want that Freaknik documentary to come out? And think about it now, the women are way more promiscuous than then. Because then you had the Magic Johnson thing, you had the Eazy-E thing. Hey, dudes was making sure they strapped up. I remember I had a sub, bro. I ain't gonna say the ninja name. We was talking about Houston when they was doing the pool party a few years ago. And, you know, they had the rise in syphilis. You know what I'm saying? And he like, well, you can get rid of syphilis. I don't care. They don't care, bro. These young people don't care nothing about STDs. These motherfuckers on PrEP pills when you could just strap up, or you could just have the discipline not to deal with these women. You go to Houston, and I'm gonna put the video in there. The STD, these are at an astronomical rate. They're at an astronomical rate. They're at an astronomical rate. And this is why society had women carry themselves a certain way. You know, women don't even wear dresses and skirts the way they should. You know, they don't wear skirts and dresses. They don't tell women to wear skirts and dresses for no reason. It's to air that poom poom out. That's why a lot of y'all stank down there, is because y'all stay wearing pants. And just, you know, sleeping in a t-shirt or sleeping butt naked, that's not enough to keep that thing aired out through the day. I see a lot of women sitting with their legs open because they feel like they got pain. This is masculine. Don't cross their legs over their legs, or cross their legs at the end and keep their legs closed. You know, we just talk about the masculine mentality that women have, but not just the masculine mannerisms that they have. Looking angry all the time. They do all that face full of fucking makeup, all that lip gloss, all that fucking, you know, cocaine cowboy powder on their face, all that drawing their face on just to look mad, just to look angry. What's the fucking point of it? Take all that shit off and just wear your real face. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Y'all do all this dressing up, getting ready. You got your legs open like a man. Your voice is deep as a man. You not pleasant. You stoic. You strong. Nobody want a strong woman. Take your ass to Amazon and lift the box. Go on two men in a truck and move some fucking furniture. Move some awnings and some fucking bed frames and stuff if you're going to be like that. You know what I mean? So, so I'm not surprised, man. You know, these women in America, you know, especially black women, when you already have a reputation because they don't like you because you black, right? destroying our image. Watch how y'all carry yourself, man. This with all this video, this shit is forever, bro. What attention y'all looking really to be hoes? And you gotta blame these simp pookie rappers who push the narrative that it's okay to be hoes. What you mean, CJ? Yeah, they claiming like Ari Fletcher. They claiming having babies with the city girl hoes and cuffing them, and that said, oh, I got it. That tell women that I got a chance to be, and you don't have a chance. Them bitches don't get a fairy book ending, bro. Fairy book tale ending. But, you know, it ain't surprise me none, bro. You know, but we're on to the next. I got another Houston video. I'm gonna try to pair them up in the same day. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.
I don't care what anybody says, but what I wore to the Houston Rodeo should have been the least of y'all concern. And I told myself I wasn't going to respond to the negative comments, but I'm going to put this out there because I'm going to defend myself since I'm getting so many nasty, hateful, and really mean comments. So this was the outfit I wore, and I posted a walking video, and for some reason it ended on the wrong side of TikTok, and now I'm being personally attacked for it. Number one, I was wearing American Eagle shorts to the rodeo. I did not search up butt cheek shorts. I did not get any shorts from a boutique. I got them from American Eagle, and I know a lot of people shop there. Number two, my behind was not out. When you're walking, obviously things are going to rise up, which happens to me because I am not slim. I am not skinny in the back. Naturally, when I walk, things rise up. I did not buy those shorts so that they could rise up on the back of me. If we want to actually be specific, I sized up in those shorts. Those shorts were created by American Eagle like that. I usually wear a size 4. Those shorts are a size 6. And I'm bringing the receipts. These are the shorts, and as you can see, it is a size 6. So I had sized up in these shorts because I didn't want them to be too short. This was my first time not only going to Houston, Texas, but also going to the rodeo. I had asked somebody who lives in Houston, Texas, what I should wear to the rodeo. What are the kind of things people wear? They told me shorts, a top, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat, which is exactly what I was wearing. I did not intend to be there to disrespect anybody's family or think it was a family event and that's the way I was going to dress there to be disrespectful. No, I just wore that outfit to the carnival and had a great time. Got on rides, I got food, and nobody had a problem when I was there. So crazy though, because I bet y'all if another woman who probably didn't have the same shape as me or wasn't the same color as me was wearing the exact same outfit, you guys would not feel the same way. And like I said, it was my first time going to the rodeo, first and last, but you guys could have easily educated me nicely without being very rude, disrespectful, coming for my life, coming for my family's life, and saying nasty things. That's the problem with the world today. Mind you, you guys have bigger problems to focus on. My outfit should have been the least of y'all concern. People were fighting at the rodeo. People were getting stabbed at the rodeo. They literally had to close it down. But you guys decide that my outfit is the biggest topic of discussion with the way the world is going right now. And that is the problem. A lot of y'all can get on the internet and say very hurtful and disrespectful things, but when it's time to speak up about important things, y'all have nothing to say. And if we really want to talk about it, there were outfits people were wearing that were completely inappropriate. My whole top is covered. I have no cleavage out, and I was walking, so my shorts were riding up, but no, my whole behind was not out. Because trust me, if my whole behind was out, y'all would have known it. There's way more back there. Anyway, for the people who educated me nicely about it, I really appreciate your comments. And for the people who were calling my outfit cheap, yes, it was cheap. Why the hell would I be wearing an expensive outfit to be outdoors at a carnival? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain, don't ever call me cheap. Do your research before you say something about somebody. Go take a look on my Instagram, go take a look at my lifestyle, go take a look at my profession before you try and comment things coming from my life, because I promise you, a lot of the people that were saying the most nasty things, y'all will never level up to me in real life. Anyways, I hope you guys stay blessed, and I hope this teaches a lot of y'all to think before you speak. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but what you're not gonna do is come and make me seem like I'm the biggest problem out there when y'all have a whole bunch of problems. Think about the people who were getting beat up at the carnival. Was that appropriate for children? No. I'm over there enjoying my time, taking a couple cute pictures, and I just so happen to be thick. That is not a crime though. Stay blessed and do better. Hope this helps. Bye, babes.